Snow fell down from the air. It was a cool, crisp morning in Lemamberg. And, well, Tubbo wasn't feeling at his best. His friend had been exiled. He had exiled his best friend. Over what? Some silly discs. No, it was more than that. Tubbo knew that. His own friend had decided that it would be funny to light a Dream SMP member, a fellow faction, an ally, currently, to Lemamberg, his house on fire, causing Dream, the leader, to enforce an exile protocol on Tommy. It hurt him. In the month that he had before his friend was shipped off to who XD knows where. He no longer wished to do much these days other than work. He delved all his time into his work, making sure everything was perfect. He had to make sure everything was perfect. There was no redos, no retries. There was no undoing, in a sense. He had to make sure Lemamberg stayed stable this time. He couldn't lose yet another faction. He couldn't lose more people. He knew, and he knew, oh yes, he knew, that it was pointless to try. Pointless to try and to do things. Things that, well, made him happy. It was pointless to try and go find Rambu. The man was already bustling with so many chores, and he hated to burden the newest member of Lemamberg with such a rebel. An issue. He missed the days in which he and Tommy and Wilbur and Nikki, Fundy, and hell, even Jack Manifold. He missed the days in which the three of them, all of them, would sit down and then laugh about whatever newest revelation they had come up with. Or to do something, anything. He missed it. He missed a lot of things. That had to be the biggest. He swallowed down as he pressed his inked quill into the parchment paper. He had to sign yet another treaty for, well, for Dream's sake. He let the quill slide off as he finished his name with the underscore. There was a knock. Mr. President, sir? It was the new guy. It was Rambu. Yeah, come in, Tubbo stated. The door squeaked open. And there stood a very large 10-foot tall Enderman in hybrid, whatever the other half was, but he knew for sure the first half was Enderman. His newest member of the cabinet had mentioned it no less than a few days ago when he had first joined. Hi, Mr. President. What's up? Hello? Is there something you need? Tubbo asked as he pulled yet another paper from stacks of parchment before him. Romby shifted. Well, you haven't come out of your, room, and it's almost Christmas. I was wondering if you wanted to help decorate the town. All the citizens are going out of their way to decorate. Tubbo rolled his eyes. Christmas just didn't feel the same without any of the old crew. Nah, I'll pass. Thanks, though. Romby raised an eyebrow. Why? Tubbo sighed as he examined the parchment. It was about the tea trades with the Dream SMP. Because I just don't feel like it. It doesn't feel the same, you know? Tubbo said, not making eye contact. Well, I want to spend Christmas with you, if that's okay. I mean, I don't have to if you don't want me to, but... Tubbo raised a hand. Stop. Oh. I'll let you hang out for Christmas. I don't even think I have any decorations. There's been shipments from the SMP itself. Dream has been very generous with the shipments. Tubbo rolled his eyes. Of course, Dream's been generous with the shipments. We are his only trading company. Unless you count the Badlands, but then again, the Badlands is a small faction. I see. Yeah. Tubbo shook his head as he looked back down at the paper. I'll go to finish up these parchment signings first. You can, I don't know, go find decorations if you must or whatever. Tubbo looked at the clock on his wall. I have to give a speech for the Christmas celebrations that are going to be going on this year, so I'll probably be busy for the rest of the night. We can decorate later. You can get the ornaments, but I'm going to be busy all day. Romby was a sigh. Well, you've been busy. You've been busy for a very, very long time. Why don't you come out and have some fun? Quackity's been pestering about you getting out and all that. Big Kitty can pester all he wants. I'm not gonna just stop doing my job. I need to make sure this country is ran well. I don't want to run into the ground again. Again? Romby asked. It's a important history part of the Manbug. that shot ran it into the ground during his terms. I'm not going to let that happen, though. I'm never going to let that happen. Are you sure? Really, you don't need help? I'm fine, Romby. Go do your job, get the ornaments, and meet back at my house. Probably it's going to be like 7, 8. And then we can decorate. Oh, alright. If you say so. I do say so. Tubbo got up and walked out of the room, leaving Romby behind. Tubbo huffed. I just can't. It doesn't feel right. Without Tommy. Tommy, he was the whole reason, but keep doing things. Without him, what am I? He shook himself as he walked around Lemamberg. He looked up and down. He saw a group of young kids running about the town. Oh, hold on, kids. Careful, a mother called. But Mom, we're fine, the kids said in unison. Yeah, you're it. Whoa. The kid kept running and suddenly he tripped. Tubbo caught him. Whoa, you best be careful. You're getting hurt. Didn't your mother say not to run across the slick wood planks? You don't want to fall into a lake, do you? No. So, President Tubbo, the kid said. Tell me. Tubbo nodded. Right. Alright, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna continue on. Play safe, kids, he stated. The kids nodded and took off again, slowing their sprint onto a slow, slight jog on the slight planks. He watched as more people hung up lights, others just chatted with hot cocoa in hand, and some even had eggnog or cider beside. As he looked up into the sky, it was nearing 3 p.m. But he just had a little time to get some fresh air before heading off to... He'll have to do his speech. And then he had to head back into his White House in order to finish whatever paperwork he had. That isn't a lot for Christmas that I want. People are running around the streets happily, dancing and singing, and some are hanging up Christmas trees and laughing. But I'm not. I feel empty inside. I feel gone. I feel depleted. It doesn't even feel real anymore. I miss the good old days in which Wilbur would sit us down underneath a tree and we'd open presents. And granted, they were mainly toys he made or whatever cheap toy he could get from the market, but it made a home. I miss those days. Tommy's gone and Wilbur's a ghost and Fondy's distant as ever in the cabinet and why did Schlatt have to ruin everything? Tubbo shook his head as he looked into the water. All I could see was a pale reflection of himself. But soon it almost seemingly turned to Schlatt. No one knew that Schlatt was his father. Only he did. He knew because he had finally found out through a series of moving boxes around just a week ago. He had yet to tell anyone for fear that he would be called out for being Schlatt's son. But he already had been called out for acting like Schlatt, in the sense that Tommy had called him out. I'm so sorry, Tommy. I didn't mean to exile you for this long. I want you back for Christmas. But Dream's been busy and he's been enforcing papers on me, and I just can't. Tubbo gripped the railing as he looked down into the water. I miss you, man. I miss you. You made everything seem brighter. You were my North Star, Tommy. Well, to be quite frank, I miss you. I miss you a lot. Tubbo huffed a sigh. I miss you way more than anything. You're like a brother. You were a brother. But I know you're not blood related. I know who my true father is. Despite everything, god damn, I wish he was here. Tell me that I'm not a fuck up. Tell me I'm not some screw up, some... Tubbo half. It's whatever. Anyways, so I hope that you're doing better in exile. Hope that Dream's being not over the top or whatever. You know, Dream's been checking by. I hope you're not lonely. I miss you.